Hello, in this pointless video, we're going to address the time clock. Time clock you can get to by pressing the button at the bottom where the pin code screen is. So this is prior to logging in. You can also be logged in, and you can use the time clock from your menu screen here as a user. So once you're logged in, you can use it. And before you're logged in, you can also use it. Once you enter your code, you'll be displayed the time clock that you're currently in. You can clock out, you can clock in, you can use the breaks, you can start and stop breaks. You can print your current timesheet. We're going to go ahead and clock out. We're going to exit. Then we're going to hit the time clock again. And this will take us to a new fresh time clock where we can just press clock in. At this point, a normal user would just hit close and then they would log in, or they would just leave the screen as is. When you want to go ahead and do a break or you want to clock out, you would re-enter your code with the option to clock out, take a break, take different types of breaks depending on which kind of break that you have available. Some might be paid, some might be unpaid breaks. So you can start a break, and all of the break features will be preserved, and the staff member can print this out, so they'll have this all on record. You can then end the break, and of course now we have 0 minutes calculated because there's no time between the time that we started here. And then we can go ahead and clock out. Let's switch over to the management section. So up here in the menu, we have contacts, and then we have clock. And the clock will allow us to put in a date range that reviews everybody within that range. We can select the date, or we can look at just an individual employee. So if we needed to review a date range, we can. And we can compare this to our schedule. Okay, so now if we're looking at the full date range, the next thing we might want to do is look at sales. And this can pull up the sales of the employees that have worked, so as well as all of the rest of the employees who have not worked. So if we do have sales, you're going to see that information in the sales report section here for each individual employee that's worked within that period. We're not going to review this now. Also, the JSON file allows you, for example, if you need to run an audit, you can select an employee for a period, and then you can run a report that exports all of the data for that employee, the breaks, the time, clock in, the clock out, the IDs, everything that you need to provide an audit of a specific employee for a period. And you're not limited to like an actual payroll period. You can just put in a date range that matters for you. If you need to edit an employee's clock in and clock out time, you click edit. You can change the times. If they have breaks, you'll also see the breaks. If you need to add or correct anything about their payroll period, you can add a break. So we can add in a 15-minute break. We can set the times. We could save that. Same thing with the lunch break. So if we need to, we can update all the details and reprint their time clock period. If you have any questions, give us a call at 866-973-8099 or email support@pointlesspos.com or leave a comment below. We look forward to hearing from you.